is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. 5-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say they go get him.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Hello? Where you at?
7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Why you ain't bring no?
What you mean why I bring them? You told me you wasn't going to watch it.
When you told me that, I'm telling you to find somebody. I didn't say I wasn't going to watch him. I said find somebody. And you was like, nobody else.
And I told you I had nobody to.
Man, you told me you was coming over here anyway. That's why I called you early this morning. Like, why you... Nah, man, I ain't trying to have you call out, dog. I swear to God I didn't. I told you I wanted to go to Tampa last night, and then when you said you made it seem like we couldn't get nobody, I was like, fuck it, and I stayed home. And then I woke up this morning like 7:20, and you know we went here, and I was like, what the fuck? And I called you and answered. I went back to sleep. I thought you found somebody. I was like, fuck it.
When you talk about big moments in this game, but plays like this are critical to keep drives going.
That was fine, but then I would have to work next Sunday, even though that was supposed to be my Sunday off.
My bad. I thought miscommunication because I ain't go. I was gonna go to games and invaded Tampa last night, but when you told me that, I was like, man, I ain't gonna make it back in time. I gotta watch them over.
1st and 10. They're going draw play. Stafford to Johnson. Touchdown, Detroit. Johnson, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. That almost looked too
My bad,
easy.
I ain't know, dog.
Thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
What? Man, today's Sunday.
Going to a game for offensive line because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts.
Oh, you talking about when you work next week?
After a big year, the
yeah, I get them.
and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
And beyond the 20, but
well, hold on. Let me not, because I don't need you cussing me out. Sunday, next weekend. What's the date? I remember somebody else about something. I'll make sure you have a babysitter. If nobody else will get them, I'll make sure you have them. I'll give you that. That's my word.
And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive.
Even if I got to stay and do it, but by any means, you're going to have a babysitter.
You have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Will Harris. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask your equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
That's fucked up. Right back at it. Stop playing.
Week 3 interceptions, not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions quote-unquote go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals.
Real bum.
They lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. On the return, here's Agnew. Nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Lions will take over.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play call. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give him a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
From the 36, Stafford will drop this down to Johnson underneath. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Touchdown, Detroit! Big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to extend their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Abdullah on the return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over.
And got his man complete.
He's going to make everything happen.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota.
18.
Justin Jefferson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Fielded in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
He's going up top for Herndon downfield. And a setup shot at the 32-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
Tackle made at the
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
This one completed to his fullback out of the backfield. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now Cousins. Lets it fly for Thielen. And Thielen's got it. Touchdown, Vikings. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. You're under 30 seconds to go. Field position not great. Time to call it a half, wouldn't you say?
Well, you know we all have that little extra.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the gun, Stafford. Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And he will take this one home.
Vision and being able to see plays unfold and make their own plays, but you also have to have good feel as well, because you can't see everything out there. See the play unfold, feel what's going on, and then get to the right spot and make your own play. And in this case, it turned out to be a highlight one.
Extra point up and good by Bailey, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'm going to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds. downs, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Amir Abdullah on the return. The Vikings take over first and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle it. And the third interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by Will Harris. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
That nigga got hit. Sorry, bitch.
Just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
And inches at the Vikings 5-yard line.
From the gun, here's Swift. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with third down looming. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage.
On the tackle. A loss of 2 yards. It's fourth down.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Here we go on fourth. And that is going to be incomplete. Well, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Vikings defense is going to get the football back.
Turnover on down.
Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or will you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Cousins.
is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
On second down, Cousins again. Complete. Jefferson the target. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. To the air again, it's Cousins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Justin Coleman, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it,
touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Lions offense cashes in with 6. And this is back to a 5-point game.
Next to score, Vikings 38, Lions 20.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They throw right away. That's complete out on the right side. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
2nd and 2 at the 33-yard line.
Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Cousins. They're going for Jefferson downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
3rd and long for Cousins. He's going to let it go again. And that will be incomplete.
That's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
And this will put him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try to put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Taken down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 7-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Stafford will find Swift out of the backfield. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And they have his own there. Nice
so fucking trash.
It's
a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd down and 3. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 40. And they have possession. And they have it at the 38-yard line.
Over 1st and 10.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Going deep now for Herndon, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big play there for Detroit. 61 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. He's got the hat trick now of rushing touchdowns. Also has his team the advantage.
And I'm looking at it 2 ways here. If I'm on defense, I don't care what they do now. I commit as many...
In trouble, and he'll go down back into 12.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it appeal a little different.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this 4th quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Accelerating and he goes.
I'm the best in the game.
He will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Cousins. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They begin the drive with Johnson. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
Johnson, the ball carrier.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
29-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Man, what is wrong with this game?
5 yards on the play. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy on the flat.
And so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now you got to the check down, a nice safe throw and a good one.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at 45. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. On this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Play action. Stafford looking deep now for Amendola. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Right there on the coverage to knock that ball away was Mike Hughes. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And that will be incomplete.
Fuck y'all niggas
that long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly.
He took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
I sent you the ticket, bro. All right.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
That is notice how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 3-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Again, it's Cook. Well, that gives them a little room, but not much. A gain of 2 to the 5.
Dalvin Cook, the ball.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner. And there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Cousins setting up the screen for Cook. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. So they decline it as that will bring up 4th.
And I know that yardage and field position are keys to any game played, but you got to consider downs when you're talking about penalties, and they wisely did not take that one and made it 4th down.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And return. Officially, that will go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And that will come the offense as they take over.
35-yard.
On the NFL scoreboard, they've gone to the 4th in Cincinnati. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. They'll start on the ground with Swift. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Now it's Stafford. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Golladay. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Stafford. That'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
There by the safety, Harrison Smith. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you described that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing back.
Absolutely. I thought there you go. A crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
It's 2nd and 8.
Now Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
Intended for Adam Thielen. Incomplete. Desmond Trufant on the coverage.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Cook. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
It's
Here's Britton Colquitt now. He's been terrific so far.
Formation for the Vikings.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20.
Score Vikings 30.
Going into the final play of this game, they